Assalamu alaikum. I, Alisha Nadeem, and my group partner Daniel, under the supervision of Silvakar, will be creating an Android application and website by the name of footZilla. footZilla will be an online platform for football enthusiasts to come together and showcase their talents. In Pakistan, local football players barely get the coverage necessary. There exists no such application or website which can connect organizers, players, and sponsors. There is no way for organizers and sponsors to directly communicate or connect with football players. Previously, there exist a few websites and applications that focus mainly on the international teams, but no such application or website exists that broadcast the local football teams of Pakistan. For example, there exists an application, an Android and iPhone application by the name of footZilla, which provides no functionality for the local teams and does not provide an option for a person to create their own tournament. Daily Mail is a news website which does provide the live scores and updates, but the same issue that it does not provide any information about football in Pakistan. Similarly, ESPN Football exists, which does not provide any separate system for viewing scores or updates. So, the solution we have come up with is an Android application and website which will allow local teams and local players to connect with organizers and potential sponsors who are willing to sponsor these football tournaments, and vice versa, bridging the communication gap between them. Similarly, football enthusiasts or the audience members or the user will be able to view all the lists of the teams that are playing, all the potential organizers and sponsors that are sponsoring a tournament. They will be able to view all the details of a tournament, everything that is going on during the tournament. They will be able to view the team profiles. What are the advantages of the proposed system? So the main purpose basically is to promote the local players, currently of only Rawalpindi and Islamabad. This will allow them to bridge the communication gap between potential organizers, sponsors, and football enthusiasts. Mozilla will be able to create opportunities for new players that have just basically started out. It will help bridge the gap between football enthusiasts and local teams by providing up to date profiles of these players. The main objective of the proposed system is to promote the local teams and players so that they can gain better coverage and better access to other teams, organizers, and sponsors, and so that their results can be saved for the future. Our modules are as follows. There will be a viewing module followed by a voting and a rating module, a records module that will have all the records of the players, all the profiles of the teams, an organizing a match module, a contact a team, sponsoring, bidding, and establishing a database module.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Daniel Ahmed and I will be continuing from where my group partner Alisha Nadeem left. Now, module 1 is viewing. Now, in this module, the audience actually will have the ability to view the score and the current match time, as well as the information of who scored the goal or who made a foul. Now, if there is any incident that is occurring, the user will be identified. Like if there is a red card or yellow or someone who scores a goal, the user will be updated instantly. Then it has a sub-module named as voting. In this module, the user will be able to see who was the best player. Like they will choose by voting that okay, so this player was best, this was second best, or this was third best. Then comes the third module, that is rating. Now this module can be skipped by the audience or they can choose to rate the player as they feel. Like if a person if the audience thinks the person is playing well, they would rate him 5 stars. While if they think he was the worst of them all, they would vote him 1 star. The second module is the records. Now the audience will be able to see the records if they click on the play. Like if I have a profile on this app, if they click me, I would be shown my records will be shown. Like how many goals I have scored, how many matches I have played, how many assists I have made. Now that was end of the viewers module. Next come the organizers module. In this there will be organize a match and contact a team. In organize the match, the organizers can create a tournament and select the location of the tournament where it's going to take place. They are also going to decide how many total number of teams that can participate, like 8 teams, 16 teams, 32 teams, 64 teams, and they can select the format, like if there's going to be a round robin or it's going to be a knockout match. Then comes contact a team. That the organizers can contact a team which they would think it should take part in, but it's their choice. They can select all the team members or they can select few of them. Now we're going into the sponsors module. Sponsors will also have two modules, sponsoring and bidding. In sponsoring, they will be allowed to sponsor a team and or they can sponsor a tournament. Like a single sponsor can or sponsor only one team, and he can also sponsor a tournament. Once sponsored, the company logo will be displayed with the name of the team and the tournament. If let's suppose I am a sponsor, I will be and I have sponsored a tournament and a team. With that team, there will be written sponsored by this company, Daniel and Co. Or if the tournament is or sponsored by me, then in the name of the sponsor, in the name of the tournament, there will be written sponsored by Daniel and Co. with my logo. Now the last module is of establishing database. In this, a database will be established for to store the data of matches, players, teams, sponsors and organizers. The database can be of MongoDB or Firebase. Basically, we are working on the runtime application, so basically we will prefer if the Firebase is used rather than MongoDB. In data gathering approach, we will be using the interview approach. In this, players and teams will be interviewed, as well as organizers who have previous experience in organizing a football match. In addition to this, observation techniques will be used, plus teams will be asked for assistance, like how a team should be organized. The limitation of this project is having an Android phone with internet facilities. If you do not have an Android phone, this can be taken care of if you are logging in through the website. But if you do not have the internet, then that is a problem. Now, technologies. The technologies used will be Node.js and AngularJS with CSS, HTML, JavaScript, and Google Maps. But in the database, we will be using either MongoDB or Firebase. Since our app is based on runtime, so we will prefer to use Firebase. So that was the end of our presentations. If you have any questions, please ask.